curious, slightly tense. The alarm fires off in the dark. Your hand reaches out, hits the screen, and instantly the harsh light of notifications floods your bedroom. Before your feet even touch the floor, you are absorbing urgent emails, news headlines, and messages. Your brain enters an immediate state of reaction. Consider Marcus, a software developer. His entire day is built around responding to other people's emergencies. He starts the morning defensive, rushing through traffic and arriving at his desk already feeling behind. Then there's Artem. He tries to escape this cycle by watching motivational videos late at night. Yet his morning baseline remains identical, waking up late, scrolling, and rushing. He experiences the illusion of progress, but his behavior stays exactly the same. Starting your day in this reactive mode ensures you spend the next 23 hours playing catch-up. You spend the entire day reacting to external demands, mistaking mere survival for actually living. Simply working harder inside this reactive loop will not fix the problem. Take Thomas, a night shift security guard at a textile warehouse. He walked 4 miles a night and stayed alert for hours, proving that grueling physical effort alone is not a cure. Thomas worked from 8 in the evening until 6 in the morning. He finished his shift exhausted and silent, walking home while the rest of the world was waking up to their dreams. Because he operated on the world's leftover schedule, he remained trapped in a life that was going nowhere. He was caught in the exhaustion trap. He worked so intensely just to survive the week that he had zero cognitive or physical energy left to build a foundation for his future. Escaping this stagnation did not require Thomas to exert more effort during his shifts. It required an entirely new architecture for how and when he claimed his time. The solution Thomas and others discovered relies on absolute environmental silence. For those like Marcus, it meant waking at 5 a.m. For Thomas, still on the night shift, it meant refusing to collapse into bed at 6 a.m. He stayed awake while the world built, protecting a specific window of morning time for himself. During normal waking hours, you pay a distraction tax. Every incoming text, meeting request, and social obligation drains a fraction of your cognitive bandwidth. Look at this timeline comparing cognitive load to the time of day. You see a massive spike in taxation beginning right at 8 a.m. But look at the block between 5 and 7. It is completely flat. The distraction tax is 0, leaving your willpower at its absolute peak. Capturing this asset requires a mechanical shift. You do not deprive yourself of sleep. You pull the 8-hour sleep block backward, enforcing a strict, non-negotiable bedtime at 9 p.m. to expose those early morning hours. This structure is simple. You dedicate the first hour exclusively to high-yield skill acquisition, learning a language, studying complex software, or building a business plan. You spend the second hour on physical and mental fortification through exercise and planning. These 2 protected hours represent the only segment of the day where you act as the author of your life, rather than a reactive character in someone else's drama. The first week of this schedule is a physiological shock. When the alarm rings at 5 a.m., your body, which is deeply conditioned for comfort, fights back with heavy fatigue and a desperate urge to return to the mattress. You enter a 21-day crucible. Your brain creates rational-sounding excuses to hit snooze. You experience muscle aches and thick brain fog as your biology aggressively resists the new routine. Then, around day 21, a biological pivot occurs. Your circadian rhythm adapts. The morning silence shifts from feeling like a harsh punishment to a coveted sanctuary. By the 90-day mark, this time investment produces compounding results. David used this window to research online jobs, eventually securing his first $50 freelance gig and building a virtual assistant company with 20 employees. Thomas used his morning hours to teach himself Excel and basic accounting. He built an automated inventory spreadsheet for his warehouse, impressing his supervisors so much they offered him a daytime role. This shift finally allowed him to adopt a standard 5 a.m. schedule with a double salary. Surviving that initial biological friction is the exact mechanism that transforms a temporary morning habit into a permanent standard for how you operate. Even after achieving financial stability, moving into comfortable apartments, and leaving their grueling night shifts behind, men like David and Thomas refuse to sleep in. They still wake up at 5 a.m. Over time, the habit evolves. It starts as a desperate tactic for financial survival, but it matures into a daily, non-negotiable practice of self-respect. It comes down to the pillow war. Defeating the physical urge to pull the blankets back over your head is the foundational victory. Proving you can conquer your own excuses in the first minute of the day makes all other daily victories possible. The gap between a reactive life and a sovereign life is not bridged by talent, luck, or an inheritance. It is bridged by a solitary choice made in the dark, when the house is quiet and no one is watching. Tomorrow morning, you face a binary choice. You can hit snooze, roll over, and default to the world's reactive agenda. Or you can wake up, silence the excuses, and claim sovereignty over your own story.